Hey, everybody, welcome to Bearded Baker Banter, the sports podcast. Last Friday in June, boys. Welcome, Trent. Welcome, Trey.
Hey, I don't like to hear that.
What, 30 days has September, April, June, and November.
All the rest of 31 except for April or February.
Way to mess that up.
But hey, but
Hey,
that's only that's only if time is actually real.
It is.
Hey guys, this is my first ever on the show, believe it or not. Richard Pop Top.
Oh, Richard Pop Top. Boom. Shout out, Richard.
That was a good one, too.
Love it. Love it. That was a good
Cheers,
one, Trent. What are you drinking there, dude? Share the wealth, man.
Storm the Field.
Ooh, good call. Good call. I
Trogs.
almost grabbed one of those tonight.
Yeah, it's Trogs Anti-Fragile Sworn, which is a very good small brewery in Mechanicsburg, and Warwick Farms. So, cheers.
Cheers, excellent, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Trey, you chugging any whiskey tonight out of a bottle? Or
not tonight. I was I was drinking on the golf course earlier today, and that did me okay. So I'm just still kind of recovering from that.
Did me okay, he says.
Yep. Treating me right.
All right. Well, hey, let's get into some baseball stuff. We got some things to discuss here. We'll talk some baseball, talk some football, and we'll just kind of talk about the sports world in general, because I feel like our little banter section at the end here that we've been kind of getting into has been kind of good. So we'll kind of get into that a little bit. Obviously, 2 championships have surpassed. We are now into
Tyler, correction. 3 championships have passed. The AHL Calder Cup champions are
4, Trent.
hometown.
4 championships have passed. The College World Series.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I started twirling my mustache to look like.
That's right.
Kirby
I forgot
Connell.
about the NBA. I was forgetting. Isn't that crazy? I remember the Calder Cup over the NBA championship.
And you're the basketball guy. I'm the hockey guy.
I know. This was an uninteresting. But before I finish, shout out Hershey Bears. They repeated the roar.
Repeated the roar.
Shout out to Mitch
13.
Lamoureux, special guest
13.
Corey Lamoureux last year around hockey playoff time. But yeah, Hershey Bears repeating the roar. Baker's dozen. Baker's dozen. Okay.
See what you did there.
On the Calder Cup champions. So love that. But yeah,
Love it.
lots of champions, Tyler. Lots of champions crowned. If you need to continue on here, go ahead.
No, I think you covered it. But let's get into baseball here. So trying to think, we'll let you start off here. We'll do a little strike ball, wild pitch stuff if you want to. We'll also just kind of just BS with some baseball, just kind of talk baseball. But go ahead, Trent.
So I got a little 2-for-1 on the strikes too tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Very rare shout out for a certain city that I love the city itself. I do. It's actually my favorite city to visit. Spent many New Year's there, New Year's Eves. Okay. And that is Pittsburgh, the city of Pittsburgh. A lot of Yinzer fans out there, friends out there of ours, because Tyler going to Duquesne, myself going to St. Francis, and a lot of friends from there. But first thing is Paul Skeens. The hype is very real.
Oh, yeah.
Very real. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Paul Skeens was sitting at about 100 miles per hour in the 7th inning of his last start. He actually hit 102 miles per hour. In this game, because I personally included his strikeouts in a parlay, he was at 7.5 strikeouts. He was going into the 7th with just about 88 pitches, I believe it was, and he followed through on that last inning and got me that over 7.5, because I did take his over. There's no way I'm taking his under ever
for Ks.
Yeah, for strikeouts. Yep,
dude, which is insane, because he's been at least 6.5. I think 7. He was 6.5 his first game. He's been 7.5 ever since then, which is nuts for a guy that's first pitching his first year. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he's actually not just his first year, but 8 big league starts. 8. So just to rattle off his stats on why he's my strike right now: 47.1 innings pitched. He's given up 38 hits in that, 8 walks, 61 strikeouts, 5 home runs, 2.15 ERA. Paul Skeens is my strike.
Heck yeah,
He
man.
is a future ace of the MLB, and I'm gonna eat my own words here with this little 2-1 strike. Coming out today, or I think it was last night, the Pirates, their front office is quoted as stating that they are buyers and not sellers at the
Whoa.
deadline.
Whoa.
So
That's more like
commends
a
to you
wild pitch,
because
Trent.
you're right. Yeah, darn, now you're making me regret not making that wild pitch. But but they're they're saying that they're all in. They're ready to make their run this year. And hats off to them if they are, because how many times have I called them a farm system
Farm
team for
team. Yeah,
for
farm
the
team, yeah.
Dodgers, Yankees, etc. So, you know what? Pittsburgh Pirates are my strike, specifically Paul Skeens, but overall, I really hope that's true and they hold true to that as the being buyers this year.
Trent, I love your Paul Skeens tape, because I'll tell you what, if you remember, I did make my wild pitch, Paul Skeens winning the NL Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely.
This was several weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, dude, that the guy is the real deal. And I love to see it, because he hasn't wavered at all. You know what I mean? Like, he comes in there, like I said, I mean, the K-prop thing, you can take it with a grain of salt, where it's like, I told you, I think I took under 6.5 his first start, and I'm like, oh, I obviously lost the bet because I think he went 8. But the guy is consistently striking out over 7 or more batters a game. And I mean, I think there was one little hiccup in there where he had 3. But other than that, man, the dude's a beast. The dude just throws heat, and good for the city of Pittsburgh too, because he's fun as hell to watch, man.
Yes.
He's got the almighty lip saddle.
Sure does.
Tyler, is it almighty, or are you giving him the edge on your mighty lip saddle right now? Look
Dude,
at that.
right?
I'll
tell you what, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Tyler's a little variation.
I've been working on it, man. That Kirby Canal from Tennessee, man, inspired me a little bit. And I always had this thing where I always wanted the mustache. I'm like, man, if I ever, with mustaches coming back, I said, if I didn't love my beard so much, and obviously we have a brand to kind of keep where I could never actually shave it anymore, ever, I would totally rock the sickest saddle on this face ever.
of a French variation.
Hey,
oui.
Hey, baguettes, beignets, whatever you want to,
French fries.
French fries or toast.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Trent, I love your Skeens thing, man. Paul Skeens the man. So keep doing what you're doing. And I'll tell you what, to actually hear Pittsburgh say that they're buyers, I mean, I'll sit there and I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and okay. But like, you have the city behind you. If they ever, like, kind of, we talk about the Orioles all the time, but if you ever actually get people in that city, and I think, Trent, you talked about it a couple weeks ago, like, it's a city of champions. I mean, I can't try it, but like, can't stand the Steelers, can't stand the Penguins, but like, dude, they win championships.
Yeah,
they do.
It's what they do. I mean, if you ever got behind the baseball team, you get that city behind you, because you also have probably the nicest stadium in baseball.
Really, really nice one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but also remember the intensity. I know it didn't go well for them, but remember the intensity in PNC Park when they made the playoffs and they got Johnny Cueto to drop the ball.
Yeah,
like that place. That place was nuts. That environment was incredible. And honestly, I've been on the Gateway Clipper going down the Monongahela. Is that the river that's right there going by, Ty?
There's 3 of them.
I know there's
3 of them, but you also kind of like slurred your way through it. I wasn't really sure what you said. Was that Monongahela or is that Monongahela?
Monongahela.
Just doing my best impression of the debate tonight. But anyway, no. Sorry.
Last night.
Last night. No, you mean
Yeah.
last night.
Last night, yeah, sorry. But no, I like there is literally not a better setting for a stadium. Like, okay, I'm gonna eat my words. I haven't been to many stadiums, okay, but it's one of the most out of the three, the three that I've been to. The Phil, actually, I've been to four because I've been to the Vet. I was actually at the Vet the last game in the Vet in Philly. I actually peed on the foul pole that is now in the current Citizens Bank Park because it was actually out in the parking lot and I peed on it because I was
You also pooped in someone's driveway too.
No, never did
Whoa.
that. Never did that. But
Exposed.
that is false. But I've also been to Camden
false
Yards.
butt. What? No, I'm just kidding.
Also been to Camden Yards, and I would say that I would say that PNC. I would say that's probably the best. I don't know. It's just like a very peaceful ballpark. I mean, which of those ones that I named, Trey, are better?
What?
Camden Yards.
Real quick though, Trent, you didn't go to, you weren't at the game, the last game at the old Orioles Stadium.
Not the. I was at the last game in the Philly Stadium, the Vet.
But I'm saying you weren't there with me and Dad and Pop.
Yes.
When Dad got the Cal Ripken ball.
That wasn't the last time we were there. Last time we were there was with Dan and Pop. But yeah.
But that would have been another stadium, Dad, because that was
that wasn't Camden Yards.
Shoot, no,
I was in Camden Yards.
No, it was not in Camden Yards.
Really?
No, because that was.
I know that.
No, yep, that was the old Orioles Stadium. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Yeah, so that you could add that because that stadium then closed and then Camden Yards actually opened.
I had no idea that was a different stadium that we were at.
Yeah, hang on. Before Camden Yards. Yeah, so that was
Inner Harbor Ballpark.
Nope, definitely not it. I'll figure. I'll get the stat guys on this stuff. Yeah. I'll figure it out here in a second. But yeah. So no, Trent, I like your strike. Trey, you got a strike here for baseball?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of turn this into a strike. And that is the tributes and just like the legacy remembrance of Willie Mays.
Sorry, real quick. Memorial Stadium.
Memorial
Stadium.
I wouldn't have known that at all. But no, it's all the remembrance of Willie Mays. I know his passing was pretty sad. I think he was 84 years old. One of the absolute legends of baseball. 24 or 23-time All-Star, led the league in homers 4 times, stolen bases 4 times, made the Hall of Fame in '79. Just like I said, an absolute legend of the sport. So it's just cool to see all the stories, all like the documentaries, just like all the tributes and stuff. So that's my strike, is remembering a
legend.
Exactly, a legend of the game.
Dude, I'll tell you, my favorite part though is the fact of Bob Costas talking about it. That was my favorite part.
No,
that's my least favorite part.
Totally. I'm totally kidding, dude. Bob Costas, dude, he can go sniff farts again and get pink eye.
Get some pink eye.
The Olympics,
dude. But what you don't realize,
I edited what I just said, dude. Well, dude, I was
Tyler, real quick. For when he was announcing the game that had happened, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And then I turn on Sunday Night Baseball, and he's still talking about the same exact thing.
The whole game.
Oh, I hosted this thing with Willie Mays, and it's like
the whole game.
Like, rest in peace, Willie Mays, and incredible baseball player. But like Bob Costas, this is maybe on a side tangent. Bob Costas is the absolute worst baseball commentator there could possibly be.
Not just baseball, I would say.
Like he is so bad, like so.
He's lost his touch.
Mm-hmm. It's uncomfortable. It's not even exciting. It's like, what are we watching here? Like, Like it's annoying. Like I can't believe that is the Sun. Do they not do the A-Rod like Peyton Manning version of Sunday Night Baseball anymore? Anybody answer me that?
They used to. I don't know if they.
I know
if they've
that.
done
I
this
don't.
year.
I don't know if
That's
I've
like-
seen it this
You
year.
said like A-Rod? Is that what you said?
Yeah, remember how they have the Manning cast for Monday Night
Mhm.
Football, and they were doing like an A-Rod, like an alternative cast. It
Mhm.
is. I'll just tell you, I'd rather watch that because I don't think I can watch Bob Costas call a game. It's so, and I know the Orioles are on Sunday Night Baseball, Tyler, heading to that.
Hey, be there
Um,
Sunday night. Shout out to O's fans.
But
We'll be there.
I just
That's right.
can't. I can't watch a game with him calling it. It's so
No.
bad.
It is bad.
And we always talk. We did have a good discussion about who's your worst. I think we had like who's your
Announcer.
least favorite announcer in all sports. Trey brought that up one time.
Whew, yeah.
I know two of
Yeah.
mine.
Who? Well, yeah. Who do you say are the two of the worst?
God, the guy from Fox Sports, smaller kind of,
Go ahead.
Gotta have a name, dude.
looks like Jimmy
You can't
Cricket.
just like describe him.
I know you're talking about. He calls all the Big Ten football
Yeah, I
games.
can't stand him, dude.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's a huge
Anti-Penn State guy.
No,
Yeah,
he's the worst.
Huge
Yeah, yeah. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name either.
God,
Which, by the way, I listened to last week's episode, and Tyler, you talked about how like Tennessee always gets like this like preseason hype and top 10 ranking in baseball. And you know what? I made a joke about Tennessee football. Like I was like, "Oh, you talk about football." I gotta say the same about Penn State. They're always in top 10. They're big old failures every single year.
Penn State
They will
more than
never
Tennessee,
win a
man.
national championship with
Whoa.
James Franklin there.
Woo!
There's my wild pitch.
Shots fired.
They
Dude,
won't.
we just wild pitched out of the entire
Sorry,
topic of
I'm like
baseball.
I'm jacked. Dude, it's like
It's
under
Gus
it's-
Johnson.
Gus Johnson.
That's
yeah.
it. Yes,
It's
Gus Johnson.
Tyler, it's under like
Beat that guy.
38 days until not 38 days. Can't be 38 days. Can it? Is it 38 days until the Pro Football Hall of Fame preseason game?
Probably.
It might even be
Sure.
less now because I think I read 38
Oh,
days a
might
couple
be,
days
yeah,
ago.
yeah, you're
Dude,
right. Because
we're
it is the end
getting
of
there.
June. Yeah,
We're getting there, boys.
yeah.
But sorry, we got
Hey,
way off on a tangent here.
That's all right.
Willie Mays,
hey-
to Bob Costas, to Gus Johnson, to Penn State sucking at football. Anyway,
All right.
All right.
Well,
Hey,
Oh, sorry,
I'll give you my real quick strike here. My strike, and it actually hurts me to say this too. Just my strike is you know what, I'm going to call them their old names, Cleveland Indians baseball team. Just because of the fact, I mean, obviously you beat the O's twice, you know, lost the third one, but I'll tell you what, Cleveland right now, power ranking wise, they are 7th technically in baseball.
which is unreal.
It's nuts because they're sitting there at 51-28. Now they did lose. They lost last night as well after the Orioles in the next series. But the fact they're 51-28 right now, I mean, they're sitting atop first place in the AL Central, 7 games ahead of Minnesota, and then Kansas City's next under them, and then you got Detroit White Sox and stuff. But I'll tell you what, Cleveland's not playing bad baseball, and they're a team to be. I mean, when I saw, I think it was like power rankings at one point. I forget. I don't remember. It was like CBS Sports or something. I was looking at the power rankings and stuff. They had the Orioles up there, the Phillies up there, they had the Yankees, and I think Cleveland was actually sitting at 4. And I'm like, damn, this was literally the day before we started playing Cleveland in the series.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like, all right, like let's humble them a little bit. And then freaking Cleveland takes 2 out of 3. I'm like, shit. But O's are bouncing back. But yeah, I'm gonna make my strike just the fact that Cleveland's playing some good baseball right now. Me being previously, before I was a diehard O's fan, some people may not know this about me, but I was a Cleveland Indians fan back with Albert Bell, Kenny Lofton, Roberto Alomar, Sandy Alomar, all those guys back in the day. Carlos Viagra was your DH guy back in the day, but I was a Cleveland fan. So I was watching them a little bit, but I did change. I made the switch to the O's officially years ago, but it is nice to see Cleveland's playing some good ball right now. So
yeah.
Hey, most Cleveland Guardians, sorry,
Indians.
They are the most profitable team in the season of 2024. If you
Gambling
bet,
wise.
yes, they are plus 19. Hold on, I have my numbers right here. They are plus 19.1 units this year as most profitable.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
They were a team last year that all of us were on about being pretty good. And I think injuries caught up to them, but they have the best bullpen ERA wise in all of baseball, which I'm just going to put out there. It's my theory of all betting on baseball. That's why you avoid full game overs and unders and full game money lines as much as possible, because you can bet on really good teams that have a real crappy. I'm not attacking you, I swear.
No, I'm just the only one that does that.
He's totally taking your legs out right now.
Well, because the Phillies bullpen is not that good right now, and especially late. That's going to be their
pitchers, though.
Turnbull's
That's going to be Turnbull's out with a shoulder, and he just became a starter now that what's his name, guy from the Mets,
Taijuan Walker.
Taijuan Walker, yeah, Taijuan Walker. Sorry, now that he's injured, but yeah, I mean, you got to be real. I mean, that is something that people. It's almost like, how do you put it? It's almost like the special teams type deal in like others in like football. Like you have to consider. It's like, hey, like you could have a stud starter on the bump, but if your bullpen isn't good, it's like, yeah, you could expect for 5-6 innings for that starter to hold a team down, and then all of a sudden that middle relief comes in, and it's like, oh shoot, what happened? They just put up a crooked number on us, and now it just downfalls. So I said shoot.
Number.
I know, it's just maybe laugh.
Crooked number. You know what a crooked number means? That's baseball, right?
It's a baseball term. Yeah.
Listen, I'm throwing out my baseball lingo.
What
On the bump, crooked number.
Yeah, I was gonna say use the word the bump, dude. You're good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on now.
Hey, what do you say now, kid? All right, Che, you got a ball?
Yeah, my ball is something that we've talked about before. We've even talked about how to improve and stuff, but it's just All-Star weekends. I know baseball's All-Star weekends coming up here. Looks like Harper's going to get a convenient injury right before it, so he doesn't have to participate in anything.
Is he really?
Same with Ohtani. They're all like they're good in theory because you want to see the best players kind of compete and do what they do, but it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of effort. It's not entertaining.
All-Star game?
Yeah, and every one of them. Every single one of them sucks.
I don't agree with that.
The best one is the NHL.
No, I disagree with that. I think the baseball is probably the best one.
Yeah. Now you get the two best players sitting out, and probably more. Harper.
Ohtani's got money on the game anyway, so that's why he's sitting out.
I'll tell you what, I liked it more.
Allegedly,
I liked it more when the winner of the AL or NL had home field advantage in the World Series.
See, I don't agree with that. I miss like Larry Walker batting left-handed with his helmet on backwards. I miss like Ken Griffey Jr. like driving in home runs. Like baseball is one of those games where like the All-Star game, it's not like going to be faked because you have to hit a ball, which is again we've talked about it. Like, dude, but it's one of the most difficult things to do in baseball or in sports. Period. And I miss the fact, like, what I understand, like, why it got serious. Like, I get it. Like, okay, we don't want to lose the fans. We want to make it a little bit about this, a little bit about that. But, like, I don't even think it was bad then, like, when they did make it serious. But, like, I would make the argument that baseball probably has the best all-star game.
Say hockey.
No, because hockey's like 3-on-3.
It's
this.
Yeah, and it's the most entertaining.
It's too difficult now. It's too much to think
gimmicky.
About.
It's gimmicky. It's gimmicky. Like, don't get me wrong, it's kind of exciting, but like it's not
home run derby. Home run derby.
Well, can I just say? Well, one, that's what I was gonna try. Tyler, you make a good point. Is the home run derby is still the best? Like, what do you want to call it? Do you want to call it like prop to an All-Star game?
Yeah. better than dunk contests.
Still,
Which sucks because
it's better
dunk
than
contests used to be it, man.
better than dunk contest, better than the skills competition. I still personally love 3-point competition in basketball. I still watch that. But
I agree with that.
But I do think the most realistic all-star game is baseball still in terms of
But it still sucks.
but because it's the closest to a real game. But Trey, I get what you mean. It's just they don't really hold the value anymore at all. And I do agree. Tyler, I know you might say about the seriousness, and I get probably Pete Rose destroyed this back when it was for home field advantage when he took out the catcher at home. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google the clip.
Yeah.
Pete Rose, takeout catcher, All-Star game. You'll find it. Yeah, Trey. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hate All-Star situations across the board, but baseball still has the best because home run derby is. I
it's
think
still not even that good though.
it is good. I don't
Not
think they
really.
ruined the home run derby at all. And you know what's crazy is there's still stars participating in the home run derby. Like
Exactly.
that's my thing.
That's the key.
Like here's the thing about the dunk contest is there's minimal injury there.
G League
in my
players.
opinion. Yeah, you're bringing Max McClung to bring attention to your freaking dunk contest when you've got freaking LeBron James. Sorry, Bronny James now too. Ooh, did you guys hear the?
Yeah,
we'll get
into that one.
Okay,
we'll get into that.
But you got your Zion Williamson not doing a dunk contest in all his like. I'm a Duke fan. I'm a Zion fan. Don't get me like, but you don't do a dunk contest. Like you're crazy. You need to do a dunk contest to save your goddamn reputation because the only thing you got a reputation for is knocking up women in the entertainment world. If you know what I mean.
Stars.
So it's like baseball still has a right, especially if Gunnar does it this year, which I don't want him to do it.
Dude, that's what I'm gonna bring up. Is Gunnar said he goes, dude, I want to do what Adley did last year. I do. Dude, get Gunnar in there, man. Get Gunnar. Stop.
I love him. I love him so much. I love him so much.
Gunner's the man. Gunnar is. You know what's cool? Here's the thing.
If Gunnar doesn't win MVP, I will be angry.
He won't.
Gunnar. Listen, Gunnar is so serious. Gunnar is so serious when it comes to baseball.
I don't like post golf buzz, Trey. I don't like it.
Oh my gosh, get out of here.
Post golf.
Right now it's Judge. Trey. Right now it's Judge. It's not even a question.
He's not. All he does is come on.
He's gonna hurt his toe in a week.
That's very true.
If only we heard his hand last week. No, just kidding. That's messed up.
What's your ball, Tyler? Do you have a ball, or do you already give yours?
Tyler, you got a ball?
I got a ball. You know what? I'm gonna make my ball the Cubs, kind of similar to Trent the other week. Cubs are in last place.
Sorry, Steve.
I know. Sorry, fast break. Sorry, bud. There, Steve. But like Cubs right now are in last place in the NL Central.
What?
Behind the Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
Behind the Pirates. Behind the Reds. They are in last place, sitting at 38 and 44 right now. Damn. Now they did win. They did win last night. All right, on Thursday. But they are 10.5 games back from first place in their division. All right. But what the hell's going on with the Cubs? And I'll tell you what, if you guys saw the picture with with Angel Reese and the Cubs pitcher, and they're like, dude, ever since it happened, they're like, ever since it happened, man, Cubs are on the downfall. Like, shoot, like that sucks.
I think he's on the bump tomorrow.
I think he was on no, he's on
was
last
it today?
Night. Thursday. Yeah, it was on Thursday.
Yeah.
Shota
Imanga.
Trey, what is it?
There it was, Trey. What is it?
Trey, what is it?
Shota Imanga.
It's good.
Yep.
That's good. Yeah. Did you get that from a translator on Google?
Yep.
Like Ketel Mate.
All right.
No, but yeah, the Cubs are my ball just because it's disappointing, man. Because they do have some talent on the team. And sitting where they're sitting right now, they're still technically ranked 18th power ranking wise too. But like again, you're sitting behind. I mean, Brewers are obviously performing unexpectedly from what most people predicted them to do. So that is what it is. But you got the Cardinals, the Pirates, and the Reds ahead of you now. You're like rock bottom in your division at the NL Central, and that just blows my mind. Divisionally, they're 9-17. 9-17. Like, you're not going to sit there and win games at 9-17 in your division. So Cubs are my ball, just because, not even because I think it's like, oh, they suck. Like, it's disappointing, you know. And I was kind of, I'm not gonna lie, like I was rooting for him, especially the pitching. You know, from Steve's standpoint, like I want the Cubs to be successful. Like, you know, Steve's my boy. Steve's our guy, man. Like,
they're a fun team.
So,
I mean, they had the curse. Didn't they have a curse for quite some time?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They had a
Long time.
Yeah. So I'm with you, but Chicago baseball is bad.
Terrible.
It's terrible. Bad. I'm not trying to lose another, city, but I mean, they were my.
Sure sounds
like
it.
Here he goes.
Here he goes.
Major city too. Chicago now.
Yeah. I think we already lost. Chicago was a couple weeks ago.
I made sure we already annexed them. Don't get me wrong. But anyway, Tom, I'm with you on that. It's unreal. I mean, the Cubs have a pretty good pitching staff. Like, I believe it's what's his name again, Trey?
Shoto Imanga.
Sorry.
What?
I feel like he's that guy on Food Network that used to say "a la cuisine."
Iron Chef.
Anyway, that guy that Trey just said, you got Steele. What? I didn't say anything.
No, just keep going.
Well, Assad just went on the DL or the
That's
IL.
the other guy, Assad.
Assad went out.
IL.
See, he's the other guy that I used to keep. I used to keep an eye on for, my favorite bet is the unders on the first fives. But I'm with you on that side. That's disappointing.
15 day.
Yeah.
For Assad, 15 day.
So
I'll turn to 60.
My ball was going to be one of two things. One, I'm gonna stay high on the Pittsburgh note. I'm gonna win that city over again. So I'm gonna leave them. Well, I came close because I was calling them a farm team for the MLB, but I'm gonna stay high on them because I love that they're gonna be buyers, and I love Paul Skeens. I do think the offense could support him better because if they would, he'd be 8-0 versus 6-2, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, my ball, which has been a strike a couple times for me, guys, it's the Kansas City Royals.
Ooh.
Kansas City Royals, who were hot to start, had some really, really good series against the Orioles, both home and away. Good showing there. They are still in the hunt. I believe they are still in the hunt for a playoff spot. But 34-19 as of May 25th. Since then, they were 8-18 when I pulled these statistics. So
8 games back in the AL Central right now.
Yeah, they're on a little bit of a downfall. Really thought that they were going to make a little bit more of a push. Thought they were going to be a little bit more like the Orioles of last year, and I guess I disagree. I don't think they can be, but they're right now they're my ball as of present day. Granted, hey, as we see baseball, I think Trey, you gave word to it the other day. Teams can go on winning streaks, losing streaks, etc., and things can change. It's a long season. But right now, they're my ball. I'm a little disappointed. I've avoided betting on their games, their first fives. Because their offense used to be so hot, and then their pitching used to be so hot as well. So I've kind of vacated betting on them. So that's my ball.
That's fair enough. That's good.
Wild pitch.
Yeah, let's get the wild pitch.
I'll start you off. Did we all get our balls in?
Go ahead. Yeah.
All balls in.
I'm going to start us
Oh,
off
that's
here,
just
guys.
the sound I feel like a ball in would make.
Bloop, bloop.
Trey, what noise do you think they'd make?
I honestly don't think I've ever thought about it. I don't have a noise.
You sure?
Yeah, it wasn't bloop bloop. I'll tell you that though.
Not bloop, bloop.
It was
He's
what? What do you think? Ooh.
Wow,
Anyway,
that wasn't me. Yeah.
One big SOB over here.
I don't know if this is so much of a wild pitch, but I'm gonna go out there and say Red Sox make the playoffs. And in other words, I'm literally stating that the AL East is going to get 3 teams in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
And watch out because
They're tough right now.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I guess even more of a wild pitch would be to say that 4 teams in the AL East are going to make the playoffs because I think the Blue Jays are going to find it here soon. They're going to have to. I'm interested to see if they can get something at the trade deadline. But I'm definitely going Red Sox here. Red Sox are not far out. Matter of fact, I think they're a half game back from the wild card currently. Correct me if I'm wrong, stat guys, but I'm pretty sure they're a half game back. And I just here's the thing is I think they're working quietly.
Yeah.
Like after last season, it was definitely Orioles, Yankees, Blue Jays. Actually, I'm sorry. Hold the phone. Orioles,
Hold
Yankees,
the phone.
and Rays, and then Blue Jays, and then Red Sox. But the Red Sox are quietly putting together a pretty damn good season, even with the injuries to their shortstop. Was that Trevor Story?
Yes.
They're sitting right now 45 and 37. Now they did lose last night.
Yeah,
but the weird thing is, Trent, they're actually better on the road than they were at home. Yeah,
but now think about this too. Is like we talk about all the majority of baseball, almost 50% of baseball MLB is under 500. So it just goes to show you the AL East is just super dominant. But
can I
keep an eye on the Red Sox making the playoffs this year? That's my wild pitch.
Can I really quick just to kind of talk tag on to your Red Sox stuff?
Yeah,
you ready for this? Division win-loss records, right, in the AL East, because we talk about obviously with those. The Orioles are 19-7 in the AL East, right? Yankees are 10-13.
Yep.
Red Sox 11-10. Tampa Bay is 10-17, and Toronto is 11-14. Like, just to kind of show you, like, Orioles in division are dominating.
Save it. Let's have an Orioles vent session after all our balls, strikes,
we
pitches.
Can. All right, we can.
I'm ready to go.
Hey, my trail, if you don't mind, I'll give my ball real quick.
Go ahead. No, it's a wild pitch.
It's wild pitch.
Wild pitch. Yeah, sorry, wild pitch.
It's all about the balls. You're all about balls.
I'm obvious. I'm gonna boop, boop. I'm gonna mispronounce his name for sure, but though I'm going with
Trey.
I know I don't have a noise. I'm telling you.
No, I was just saying.
No, how to say this guy's name? Garrett Crochet.
That's definitely not that.
Crochet.
Is it crochet? Is it really crochet
or crochet?
Crochet. I think it's crochet.
Ooh, crochet.
Can we go? Let's just establish it's crochet.
Yeah,
all right, crochet.
Definitely not crotchet.
It's not crotchet.
That sounds like crotch rocket.
Yeah,
I know. I figured I'd go with like the worst saying and then work back from there.
Trey, you got your robot with you?
Oh, for the name?
Yeah.
No, it's under. No, it's under his table. It's under his table.
Yeah.
What, guys?
Go ahead.
No.
What about
Crochet is going to be an Oriole by the trade deadline. That is my prediction. I I have
Crochet.
a crochet. Yeah,
Garrett Crochet.
pretty obvious.
It's not crotchet.
Yeah, but like that's such a generic thing. Like if you
Is
like
that
typed in
Google?
AI,
Is that Google?
no, it's
Yep.
it's her.
Alright,
It's
I'm
a
gonna
weird,
leave.
it's a weird scene.
Yeah. I've never even seen a dang movie.
You're full of shit, dude. You
I
had
swear
so
to
much
God.
detail
I
about that
swear
movie,
to
though.
God. I just know what happens. Is it my
listen,
wild pitch? Or are you still going?
No, not yet. No, I was just gonna kind of talk about it real quick. I think
shit.
he becomes an Oriole. All right. But I do feel like the Orioles are gonna have to give up quite a bit for him because honestly, you have to understand he's only 24 years old.
He's
And
good too.
The dude's throwing BBs.
Mhm.
Like the
Yeah.
guy's a beast. I have a weird feeling though that Jackson Holiday is not going to
No.
be an Oriole by the end of the season.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Hey, but I will say this about our
That should be
farm
your wild
team
pitch.
stuff.
That
No,
is a wild
but
pitch.
hey,
That's more of a
Kurt-
wild pitch than you've just
Yeah.
stated. Holy
But
shit.
Kerstead.
That's I don't want to lose him.
No, I don't
lose him.
either.
Ah,
I don't either.
So tough. So
Rumor
tough.
has it is Stowers, Norby,
No.
and there's one other guy that they mentioned too. Could be on the trade block for some big name pitching.
Let's wait, because let's keep these names in mind because I want to talk Orioles, unofficial,
That's fine,
Orioles.
but
So
that's
it.
is
Give
Crochet
Trey his-
Crochet's on our team by the end of the that's my wild pitch.
All right.
By trade deadline. So go ahead, Trey.
Mine's pretty simple, straightforward. I'm going that Ellie De La Cruz will either win the NL MVP or finish second, runner up.
Oh, well, you gotta make the call. Is he gonna win it or not? Trey?
Well, he's
Wild
gonna finish top
pitch.
two.
You
He's
got
gonna
to be
None of
super
this-
direct. You
none of
can't be
this-
like
none of this little
Okay.
pitter-patter.
I don't want to hear it from your guys' past crazy
Like
wild
what?
pitches that
Like
you throw
what?
out there.
Like
Trent's like, oh, the Atlanta Braves won't win the AL East or the NL East. That was great.
Okay, at least
I think
made a statement. I didn't say
I
they're
think
gonna
me
get first
picking
or
Ellie De La
second.
Cruz as the runner up or the winner of the NL
that might have
MVP.
been me, so not Trey.
Yeah.
So that was
Either way.
Yeah.
That's a great wild pitch. And I'm sticking by
But you
it.
can't say like might win or not.
He's gonna finish
Like,
top
that's-
two in
that's a
NL MVP voting. That's a great prediction.
Is he gonna win it? Is he gonna win it?
I don't think so.
Who's
wins
gonna win it?
But I think he's gonna
Paul
threaten it
Skeens.
the whole
Let's
No.
go.
Skeens.
Paul Skeens.
No, it'll probably be Ohtani.
And that was my wild pitch last week. Was DHs, strictly DHs, should not win the MVP.
But dude, he's
I agree with that. They shouldn't. It's bullshit.
All he has to focus on is hitting.
yeah. Well, he's doing a good
And
job.
all
at
the
it.
other guys are professionals.
Yeah.
If he was doing what he did with the Angels, pitching and hitting, I
He
would
just got
totally
Tommy
agree with you. Did he get
He
Tommy
can't-
John?
I think so, didn't he?
I
Or
don't think
something
he
with
got
his
Tommy
elbow.
John.
Something with his
Oh.
elbow.
I don't think he got
What?
Tommy John.
Probably not, but
Who?
his elbow's
Who?
messed up.
Trey, I'm gonna.
No, he
I'll
did get
totally-
Tommy John. He did get Tommy John.
Okay, Trey, I'm proposing a beer bet to you.
What's that?
Ooh, here we go. Let's go.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm
This
ready.
is pretty fair. This is pretty fair based on your wild pitch. I believe that Bryce Harper will finish higher in the MVP race than Ellie De La Cruz.
Oh yeah, Bryce Harper should win the MVP.
Shut up, Tyler.
Yeah. I don't. No, I
Fuck
don't
you.
like that.
Wow, you're a little pussy. Tyler just scared you.
Whoa.
Dude, you just dropped straight like
Yeah.
unfiltered trend.
Very aggressive.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it. That was awesome.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Shut up, pussy. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Did I say the F word?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
Did I?
You dumped all. You let it all go.
Yep.
Ah,
That's what happens when Pop Top Trent comes out.
Oh yeah.
damn.
Man. All
Sorry.
right, so let's get
Sorry,
to
listeners, I
the
apologize.
Orioles vent.
But Trey, you're not going to take that.
No, I'm not.
Wow.
Sorry if I ruined that, Trent. Sorry.
No, I mean that was that you didn't ruin that. That
You're confident. Are you not confident in it?
You're betting me on my wild pitch. You're going with the one of the favorites.
My wild pitch was the Astros wouldn't make the playoffs. Dumbass.
And I took that bet.
Yeah,
Well,
you took a bet on it. I took a freaking bet on my wild pitch. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I bet on my wild pitch. So
Dude,
you
can
say
we all-
about me being a little bit.
Sorry, man. I'm not taking it. Sorry.
Hey, can we all agree that Pop Top Trent is awesome?
Oh yeah.
Trey, you agree with that?
Oh yeah.
Pop Top Trent
Very
is great.
aggressive, but
that guy.
hey,
Dude,
whatever.
he's so aggressive.
That angers me. That angers me. You want to sit there and say that
No.
and you don't take that bet. My
No, I'm not
wild
taking
pitch
the bet.
was the Astros won't make the playoffs. And you were like, I'll bet you on that. And I took it. I actually then returned the bet. And you were like, let me wait on it for a couple
You sound
weeks.
upset. You sound upset.
Let me
I'm not
wait
taking
on
the
it
bet.
for.
This is what you do all the time.
Oh, dude, I'm actually not upset because you were in such a beer deficit to me. Like, I could lose probably 20 beer bets to you, and you'd still owe me 4.
That's not true at all.
Well, actually, the person that did pay up was Tyler because I enjoyed some of those beverages this past week. So, but Trey, you did pay up earlier. I will give you credit for that. And I do believe. Oh, we're getting ready for this
Like
week.
it?
Oh, boys, we got to pick them. We got to do that.
We'll get to it.
Impromptu. All right. So,
Hey,
can we bring up Orioles now? Are we done?
yeah,
Can
real
we
quick.
just-
I got to do a Pop Top though. Trogs
Ooh, one of my
510.
favorite
Ooh.
beers right there. That's my favorite one.
Bang.
Ooh, double West Coast IPA right there.
You guys still
boys.
hear me? Because I just think it splashed all over my laptop. So
Mhm.
sorry about that. Well, hold on. I have something I really want to bring up with football.
Oh yeah, let's go. Touchdown
That-
turnover.
dude, no, it's not. It's more of just something that blew my freaking mind.
Go.
Tom Brady. Okay, Tom Brady obviously seeing like, Mr. GOAT, and all that other stuff. But Tom Brady has no losing record against a single NFL team.
Wow. Is he 500 against any?
Ever. He's 500 against 2
The
teams.
Chiefs. The Chiefs.
No.
No, the Niners.
So, well, no, hold on. Listen. Denver Broncos, he was 9-9 against.
The Colts.
Niners, he was 2-2 against.
Yep, I knew that.
And then Kansas City Chiefs, he went 6-8.
Oh.
5-7 against the Saints. The Rams, he was 4-6. The Seahawks 2-3, and it just goes down from there. Like, dude, the fact that this guy
didn't have a losing record.
Yeah,
Those are losing records.
No, I'm saying those are the teams against him.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Not Tom Brady. Not yeah.
Gotcha.
They that was their record against him.
Gotcha.
But like 12-24 against the Dolphins.
Wait, he had
was
nobody sub 500?
Not a single team over 500.
That's impressive. Wow.
Not a single team in the NFL. Like
very impressive.
that blew my mind. I saw. I'll send you guys a graphic then. It blew my mind. I didn't purposely send it to you because I was like, oh, dude, I can't wait to bring this shit up on our podcast. But like, it blew my mind.
I'm guilty. I do that too, Tyler.
Yeah.
Dude.
Messed
But
up.
9-9 was like your worst record. You know what I mean? It's like, because you also got to think too. It's AFC, so like Niners 2-2. Okay, whatever. That's the NFC team. How many times did he play them? But like
Broncos.
9-9 against the Broncos. Like, whoa. All right, cool, man. Like, that's freaking nuts. He didn't have a single losing record against a single NFL team. Is bananas.
It's impressive. All right. Hey, touchdown or turnover. Brandon Ayuk will not be a 49er next year.
Touchdown.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, everything's pointing to touchdown.
Where does he go?
He will not.
Do you not read what I sent you? Do you not read what I sent you then?
Tyler, it was a Niners loving resource. Where does he go, Trey?
One of two places: the Steelers or the Commanders.
Okay. Tyler?
Turnover. He's a Niner next year. You said next year.
Why do you want to, like, I don't understand. Why do you want to pay him what he's asking?
Trey, he is under contract for another year. If he does not play this year, he gets fined. He's going to be a Niner this year.
I disagree.
That's what you have. Trent said this year.
Okay.
I'm not saying future years, but I'm saying this year he's a Niner, dude.
So, Todd, to clarify, they can't franchise tag him this year.
No, he's under contract for another year.
And I agree with Todd. I'm gonna call that a turnover. I'm gonna say I'll be honest with you. I think
an injury.
Long term, I think he's gone.
Go ahead, because if you want to win a Super Bowl, then you're going to stay there and play.
Long term, I
But,
think
like,
he's
you wanna
gone. I think they drafted receiver first round for a reason.
I thought that was to replace
Because
Debo.
I think it's a dress rehearsal. I think it's a dress rehearsal. But all right, boys.
Debo's only got one more year after this, so.
Ooh, again, he's already up again. Ooh. He's on his last. I would keep Ayuk. I would get rid of Debo and keep Ayuk, but that's my.
That's what I said though. You trade Debo next year, sign Ayuk, and then you got Ayuk and Pearsall. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, and that's what I think is going to happen. People are just like, oh, no, he's going to Niner next year.
All right, can we get back to baseball, or are we not allowed?
No, we can go back to baseball because this is Bearded Baker Banter, the sports podcast, Trent.
So I want to vent. About the Orioles losing streak.
Sucked.
It hurt my heart.
Made me sick.
It made that weekend / early week miserable.
Yeah.
But I'm not usually one for being a positive person, as you guys know. I'm sometimes a little pessimistic. I call it a realist, but
no, sometimes we call Trent Eeyore.
But I'll start out by saying the Orioles starting rotation needs to pick their crap up. They need to pick their crap up because they had 8 starts. They had 39.2 innings pitched, 53 hits, 36 runs, 32 earned runs, 18 walks, and only 26 strikeouts. Their ERA as a full starting staff was 7.26, and their WHIP was 1.789. Okay.
That's exactly why they need to go into the trade market because they don't have a good starting rotation.
You're right. So I was very disappointed. It hurt my heart, like I said. But guys, we gotta think the positives, right? I'm gonna spin this on your asses here right now.
Yeah.
Ready? Okay. Party like it's 1983, which was Orioles World Series. They went on an 8-game losing streak. Okay. 8-game losing streak that year. They won the World Series. During this time, current time, that they're 2-5. Okay, because we won last night. We are now better, guys. After going on that losing streak, we are better in our standings than we were before that streak started.
It's crazy, yeah.
Okay. So the only thing that I would say is we always talk about, it's frustrating being in the AL East because you can't pull away because the Yankees are so good, Red Sox are so good, Rays are sneaky good, Blue Jays are sneaky good. But for us to now be better than what we were in the standings after this rough patch,
it's pretty impressive.
Here we go. Let's go. That's okay. It's okay because I think we are going to get better at the trade deadline. I really do.
Yep.
And I hope we can start a conversation about the trade deadline. Who are you willing to give up? Who you're not willing to give up? Who do you want to see get real quick?
Yeah.
It's so. I listed a couple guys. I worry about. I think Kerstead is kind of solidifying himself into the Orioles lineup. So I don't think he's going anywhere. The thing that sucks is watching the game last night.
Todd, can I say something real quick? Do you guys not notice that Kerstead came up after being pegged 3 straight times
and ejected?
and they ejected after the last time.
Yeah, it was
He
dude. It was
came
freaking
up.
awesome.
He came
next
up,
day.
first 2 pitches he saw, he
Mhm.
freaking put right into the field.
Mhm.
He came up with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, a little different of, hey, I'm trying to impress, more of like, I'm going to give you a reason. And I love it.
Yeah.
Tonight, first homer of the game tonight, boom, love it.
There's a reason. So he got ejected from the game. They brought him up the next game, and he homered. And I don't know. I mean, I look at guy. I told you guys a list of like Stowers, who's been doing great. Norby is another guy that brought up a couple times. I could see both those guys going. Kobe Mayo is another guy that's I think is on the trade deadline. Sorry, on the trade block. I don't know, man. I could even see guys like
O'Hearn.
No. Oh no,
dude,
no.
they'd be nuts to trade O'Hearn, man. We talked about like that'd be nuts. I would see guys more like Cedric Mullins.
Going. No, he's so hot right now,
dude. Right now, though, like I'm not saying you do, but I'm just talking about guys I could see. Like you got to understand, like even tonight, like you had Kerstead playing. Guess who was on the bench? Mr. June.
Yeah.
Santander. Like he was on the bench. Like
tough.
What are we doing? Like that sucks. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you get rid of a guy like Mullins, who also again homered last, it's a good problem to have. But I even think tonight, keep saying tonight, Thursday night, they even talked about on the broadcast, like that's not an easy position for a manager to be in, where you have like so many good players. Like, who in the hell are you going to play and where and when? Whoa. Like, that's tough. What?
Really want to get his point across, Trent.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry, I had to plug my laptop in. Sorry. But that's what I'm saying is it's tough from a manager's standpoint. Like, what are you gonna do?
You know what? I mean? That's like a good problem to have, right? Trey, what's your take?
It's exactly what I said. I said it's a great problem to have. It sounds inconvenient and whatever, but I mean, if you have to make tough decisions about who to play, I'm okay with that. But I think it does give us trade leverage. I think it lets us get key pieces that we need to make the extra step, like an arm, like an arm, a reliever, somebody like that. I think we have an abundance of infielders that are hard to come by in the league. So I think give one of those guys up, it just kind of add on to what we already have that can win now. So yeah, I think it's a good problem to have.
I'm more willing right now. I'm more willing to give up. And I hate to say it because I think this guy came up out of all the prospects that they've given a chance this year. I'd be willing to give up Stowers. And I'd be willing to give up Norby.
I'd be okay with those two. Kersted's got to be a guy. Kerstead has to be a guy.
To give up?
No, to stay.
I think he has. He's going to be too good.
Dude, the thing that sucks though is Jackson Holiday was so bad.
Tyler, here's the thing. Yeah, but dude, he's 20. And he's the number one prospect. Okay, he's 20. The thing about Kerstad, Kerstad can play anywhere in the outfield, really, and he can play first base. That's his value. The fact that he can play anywhere in the outfield and first base, that's huge.
So let's sub a first baseman out then. Okay, so now you got
O'Hearn's out. Okay, he's a first baseman,
right? And doesn't Adley play first base sometimes?
No, never.
Mm-hmm. Who else?
O'Hearn has.
That's the thing that sucks. Is like that's why I could see Mullins going though.
It would be
because maybe you move like Kerstead to center field, Then you got Santander in right field, right?
Yeah, but what about Hayes? Do you get rid of Hayes? He's an all-star.
That's another guy though that's also on the trade block. Him and Santander didn't play today or last night. Sorry.
I'll tell you about why Hayes didn't play. I'll tell you about that
That's
another time, another story. Can't tell you right now.
can't tell me right now.
No, I physically and literally can't tell you right now, but I can after.
It's really weird. You can't talk about that.
I got the inside scoop, man.
Okay.
I'm an insider.
All right. Well, anything else Orioles baseball wise? Because trade deadline's coming up. Obviously,
Looking forward to
we
it.
need. I will say this: Kimbrel pissed his ass off the other night.
I want the
3Ks.
Chicago White Sox guy that you said,
For sure.
and I want the Athletics guy, Miller.
Mason
I
Miller.
want him. Who
Ah,
throws
yeah.
the splinker?
I like it. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. But hey, at least the O's are giving Corbin Burns some runs support lately.
Yeah, he'll win
Because-
AL Cy Young. Wild pitch that.
You think so? Ooh.
Absolutely.
Why are you gonna wild pitch that already, dude? Save it to
I
next
don't
week.
know. Trey beer bet me. Oh,
Wait,
that's what
you talking to me? You say me to be your bet you?
Yeah, I said Corbin Burns win the AL East.
No, I'm
Beer
not. I'm
bet.
not doing that
Beer
yet.
bet me that he doesn't.
Okay,
What?
I'll bet you that he doesn't.
Wow. Oh,
I'll take
you're
the
gonna
field.
I'm giving you the field.
Mm-hmm.
You just proposed the beer
Okay,
bet.
I'll
You
make a
can't-
deal. I'll make a deal.
You can't
No, what?
I'll take that
Nope.
if you give me my Bryce Harper bet.
No.
All right. Corbin Burns, AL East, Cy
All right.
Young.
Beer bet.
Beer bet.
I got the
You heard
field.
it, Ty.
I heard
You
it.
know what? I'm even placing a future right now
Whoa,
as we speak.
dude! I'll
Corbin
tell you what.
Burns.
Richard Pop Top Trent is awesome,
Yeah, right.
dude. He's so much more aggressive.
Yeah.
like
Anti-buzz
doing-
Trey is not.
Wow.
Yeah. Golf buzz tray is like.
Weird.
I like dinosaurs. They existed.
There you go. Because I actually think, hey, actually, I want to bring this up. I actually think the guy that right now is at the top, who's at the top of the AL Cy Young, might become an Oriole too.
Who?
Tariq Skubal. I think he might have a good
He's
chance of being an Oriole.
Mm-hmm.
From Detroit?
Yeah, if we can get him and Burns on the same staff, done. Let's go. We got a future.
Rather Flaherty.
No.
Flaherty's my guy, man. He's my K-prop
God, no.
guy.
Jeez Louise, Ty. Come on. All right. What do we got next? UFC?
Yeah, we got some UFC fights. Real quick before we get into the UFC stuff, though, I would like to talk real quick just to discuss
Oh,
Panthers.
NBA?
No, well, number one, Panthers, Stanley Cup champions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Connor McDavid was also Trent. What did he win?
The Conn Smythe.
Conn Smythe Award. Nuts. I think it was the 14th time that the losing team had a Conn Smythe Award champion.
Wow.
Right?
14th time. I didn't know it was
14th
that many times.
Yep. But to have the Panthers actually win the Stanley Cup was pretty insane. I did bet on the Oilers, but if you guys go back a couple episodes, remember I did say it was the Panthers' time. I did think it was their time to actually win it.
No, you didn't. You and Trey were on the Oilers. I was the only one that bet the Panthers.
Dude, go back then. Trent.
Sounds like some pandering. I bet the Oilers, but I did say the Panthers.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, I bet on a team I wanted to win.
You like McDavid. That's what I'm saying. And I was the only one on the Panthers. So no.
But I will say, okay, bullshit. But I will say this, that Draisaitl, all right, guy that also was one of the top points guy with the Oilers, may be leaving. So Keep an eye on
Wow.
him. The Flyers were actually a third team right now in terms of teams to land him. If the Flyers can land Draisaitl, look out.
Yeah, seriously.
Look the hell out. Because if you guys also saw, I don't know if you guys saw this. See what's the Flyers guys? Flyers drafted the KHL guy. Just took his contract out of Russia. He is now going to be on the Flyers next year. Yep.
Mitch Cole.
Which remember it was going to be about 2 or 3 years, and it's
Yeah.
about 2 or 3. I think it's 2 years early. So
Wow.
if the Flyers can get him to go, and the Flyers can get Draisaitl, that'd be nuts.
So,
Look out.
real take for you guys. You think the Flyers have a chance of making them playoffs next year?
Dude, they had a chance this year.
Because I'm soon willing to put my fanhood on the line for them. They suck.
Whoa.
They
Whoa.
suck. Don't worry, Ty. You're going to sit there and say that. You were former Indians, now Orioles fan. Former Blackhawks, now Flyers fan.
Correct.
So don't
I've
criticize
stuck-
that.
I've- no, I was just saying whoa as like whoa, it's a good comment.
Just saying, I'm done with rebuilding. I'm done with when we had a freaking boatload of studs and couldn't do it at all.
Okay, so question though, if you were to leave the Flyers, who would be your team?
Vegas.
You go to Golden Knights.
Tyler would say the Ducks.
No, I'd go back to the Blackhawks too.
Ooh, they're the worst team. Yeah.
You guys know who my team would be?
Because what?
You guys know who my team would be besides Flyers?
Minnesota Wild.
Nope.
Utah.
Avalanche.
Nope.
Who?
The Utah Soakers.
Yeah, I wish. Salt Lake City Soakers.
Salt Lake City. That was it. Sorry.
There has to be T-shirts of that out there.
Oh yeah. No, I like the Maple Leaves.
Oh yeah, Trey, you did say that to me.
Yep.
Oh,
You said it the other night.
I hate that.
Why do you hate that?
Yeah,
Dude,
why do you hate it?
if you became a Maple Leaf fan, you have to get a Doug Gilmour jersey.
Ugh, I hate that.
Remember Doug
The
Gilmour?
Maple Leaves. The
number
Maple
93.
Leaves.
Shout out Doug Gilmour.
Maple Leaves are the Yankees of the Northern Border.
That's not true at all.
No, they're not. No, they're not, Trent.
Sir?
They can't win a championship.
Yeah.
Well,
Yankees have
okay.
tons of championships.
They had tons in the past. Yeah.
Well, Maple Leafs have they're not like, oh yeah, they're just racking them up.
Okay, I'm just saying. They're the Yankees of Canada.
You say no. That's a bad comparison.
Yeah.
Ask Canadians.
I'd say the Oilers. I'd say the Oilers are more like that.
Nope. Toronto.
They have tons
you.
of championships. No.
I'm telling you.
All right, we'll bring Corey on. We'll ask him.
Yep. I bet Toronto Maple Leafs are more like the Yankees of Canada than the Oilers are.
Interesting. I don't know about that.
It's Toronto, man. Toronto has NHL and NBA and MLB.
And that will be
No other major city has all of it. That's what I'm saying. They're the Yankees of Canada, but that's fine.
okay. All right.
Now I'm not Canadian, so I can't really truly state that's a fact. But Gump
your head doesn't open the whole way either.
Gump from McAfee show actually stated that too.
Gumpy. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
So hey, there is some breaking news, guys. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but supposedly,
how can you say
LeBron-
breaking news and supposedly?
allegedly, I don't want to, LeBron James is sleeping with the mom of one of his teammates.
Oh, shut up. That's stupid.
Come on. That was good.
That's
good.
stupid.
Come on.
Yeah, it took me a second. Like that whole thing though, the NBA draft was.
Okay, if you haven't heard,
was
Bronny James was drafted by Lakers. LeBron James' son. Okay, so
dude,
that's where my
the
joke
entire NBA draft was bullshit. And that draft pick right there with Bronny James going to the Lakers at 55, right, is a freaking joke. Trey, I know you're sitting over there. LeBron James. Oh, let me touch myself. LeBron James. Like, it's absurd.
I guess that no. First of all, I mean, is he the best basketball player ever? Yeah, but
No.
I think that drafting Bronny James Jr. at 55 was an investment for the Lakers.
And what investment? An investment that's going to fail.
It's to solidify.
An investment that's going to fail.
It's to solidify that they're going to have LeBron for the next 3 years
and not win a championship.
How can you say that?
Trey,
beer bet. Beer bet.
Bronny James didn't even start for USC.
Beer bet.
Tyler, I'm not saying he's going to contribute, but what it does is it locks down LeBron James.
I will beer bet that the Lakers don't win a championship in the next 3 years.
Okay, I'll beer bet you that.
Okay.
Oh, I went in on that too.
Okay, boom.
With me, Trent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lock it in.
I'm on your side.
All right. So
next 3 years, Lakers don't win the championship. Absolutely.
Okay.
Nope.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
UFC.
But at 50, that's all you're going to give out of that? 55, pick 55.
Yeah, I think it was an investment for the Lakers.
Dude, the NBA, well, hold on. I would just like to talk, though, like real quick, though, is that the NBA draft was a complete joke because if you look at half those guys that got drafted, who the hell are they?
They're overseas players, a lot of them, a lot of foreign players.
Most of them are overseas.
Yeah.
Which just, I don't know, it just goes to like, I don't know. When I turned it on last night, I watched the first round and I'm like, you know what? Spectacle. Okay, whatever. Like, I'll see what's going on. And I felt like there was so much like try to be the NFL draft. And it's not even close.
Yeah.
It's like
2 rounds, too, which hurts.
Well, I know it's only 2 rounds. And that's the other thing. It's like, okay. But I even went back today and I'm like, oh, maybe I missed some guys, in the early rounds because I caught the second half of it. As a guy that watches so much college basketball, okay, we all watch college basketball. Like that's, we all, argue like that's our bread and butter in terms of like gambling, right?
Absolutely.
I knew 2 guys drafted, like well. Like I was like, oh yeah.
It's sad.
Dalton Connect was one of them.
The Lakers.
Like, oh yeah, Tennessee guy, But like, I don't even watch like the popular like teams, and like you got guys. You got a guy from Dayton drafted early. You got a guy from Weber State. I honestly, no joke. You can make fun of me all you want. Like, oh yeah, Tyler knows no sports. Zach Edey and Dalton Connect were the only guys I knew in the first round.
No,
that's fair. I mean, that's
first round.
What about Reed Shepherd?
Nope. Oh, and McCain from Duke was the other one. 3. Sorry.
Jeez.
3 guys. Dude, I'm watching the draft and I'm just like I was amazed. I was kind of amazed at like. So
Terrence Shannon and all that.
Yeah,
he got drafted in the first round. Like.
Maybe I watched too much, like,
Can I?
No name.
Yeah, Tarleton State. No,
Tarleton State.
It's a tough. It is a different type of draft to watch. I don't think they. I don't know. Was Jay Billis anywhere on any of the draft?
He was on ESPN.
Okay, so I watched it on something different. I watched it on the Fox channel. So I watched with Stephen A. Smith, that was bad.
Smith on Fox. Hold on, why was Stephen A. Smith on Fox?
It was a local news Fox, sorry.
Yeah.
And he was with the Warriors former GM, and it was just bad. Like Stephen A. didn't even know the guys. Sits there, talks about, doesn't play defense, and he better be a lead offensively. And then the next guy drafted is like terrible in defense, and he wants to commend him, and he's got his big old cheat sheet binder. But yeah, I'm not don't get me wrong. I actually enjoy the NBA draft more because I know more of the players.
NBA?
Yeah, usually I do. I really do. But I think the biggest surprise reaction was Filipowski dropping out of the first round.
Yeah.
Where do
should've-
you end up going?
Utah. Have you not followed Twitter tonight?
No, I have not. I've been in a pool.
I recommend you look up. I recommend you look up on X. Sorry, not Twitter.
Okay.
X. All the storyline about Kyle Filipowski because it is getting spicy. It's weird.
Okay.
It's very weird.
All right. You guys want to give our UFC picks real quick, and then we'll
Let's do it.
finish this up.
Yeah. All right. We just got main event. We just pick a main event right now.
Yeah, let's just do main event because the other one's
close.
Yeah, it's all right.
Close to being a
But-
toss up here.
You got Pereira and
Prochazka.
Yuri Prochazka.
There you go. I knew Trey would have that.
Yeah. Good,
You guys
good
got-
pronunciations. I'm taking Yuri. I think it was an early call last time they went against each other.
Crazy.
You take
I
a
think-
money line.
Yeah. I think Pereira is coming off broken toes, where his kicks won't be as effective. Short notice, he was doing like a tour, trying to get his popularity up. Yuri, this is his life, and I think he was upset about the last fight. Proved well in the last fight that he did fight in that wasn't Pereira. So I think he gets redemption here.
Trent?
My only bet right now, like, don't get me wrong, I'm actually kind of for Yuri, but like, I don't know if I can bet against Pereira.
Mm-hmm.
In all honesty, and
It's good.
I'm
It's a good
looking.
point.
I always like total rounds. Is this a 5-round fight?
It's for a
Then-
belt, isn't it?
Then I'm gonna sit there and say that because these two guys are, in my opinion, Trey, you watched Prochazka more than me, I would probably say,
Yeah.
but they're kind of stand-up guys, correct?
Prochazka does everything. He's weird. He's awkward. He's like Driscus Duplessis.
So if I'm
Yeah.
giving my best bet,
It's a good
okay,
comparison.
if I'm giving my best bet, I'm putting a wager down on over 1.5 rounds.
Yeah.
Minus-
I think it's
Minus
safe.
150. I mean, I know
That's
it's
a good
not
bet.
great juice, but I just,
Over 1.5 rounds?
I like over 1.5.
It's a
I
five.
know-
It's a 5-round fight. So
and that's
I like
why
that
I'm
bet.
like, I'm seeing the 1.5, and I'm like, okay, then is
over.
Vegas,
Hold on. Over 1.5 is minus 155.
yeah, Fanatic Sportsbook. Yep.
That's pretty damn good.
But when it comes down to it, I hate betting UFC because I usually bet with my what's the word? My heart rather than my head. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna bet Yuri. I'm gonna bet Yuri
Good call.
with the upset. And I know once again I'm betting with my heart, not my head. I'm gonna lose.
Still a
So-
great call.
I'm going Pereira. Money line.
I will not beer bet that with you, Ty. Maybe
I'm
Trey
not. I'm
will.
not beer. I know I don't want to beer bet anybody, but I just I find it. I don't know. I don't think on a short notice fight like this. I'm not saying it's set up, but I don't see him losing his title kind of like this.
I do. I think this is why he would lose his title.
No, I don't think that.
And props to him for taking the fight on short notice.
Props to both of them.
Yeah.
For taking the fight. I mean, shit. Like this is supposed to be what Connor and Chandler, right? So like, fuck it, both of them taking the fight. Like, good for them, man. Like
Yeah, seriously.
that's great because I don't think Conor McGregor is ever going to fight in the UFC again. Period. Hot take.
Good chance of that.
I was a big Conor fan for a while, just because he was entertaining as shit. But he's being a fucking dick, and I think he's just wussing out.
Yeah.
Wussing out.
I agree.
Yep.
Wussing.
Saying that. Yep. Wussing.
Wilson out.
But All right. Hey, anything else, boys?
I think we covered
right.
it all.
Hey, shout out Tennessee Volunteers, college baseball champions. Yes, sir. Go Vols.
Gave you guys a scare. Had to come back, win 2 straight, but hey, good for them.
Got my Kirby Canal mustache going on.
Your French lips out.
It's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. That's no wax today either.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, enjoy your weekend, everybody. Appreciate you listening.
Yep. Take it easy, fellas.
Have a good one.